boarding from the Herakles Hotel in Berat, Albania. Before I get in the car, get on the road and head over to Durrës on the Albanian Riviera, I wanted to give you a sense of my hotel here in Berat so you can see the accommodation and what it's like over here. I've been staying here for 2 nights and it has been a really good hotel to stay at. I'll tell you the price in just a moment, but you can see it's quite a large room, a triple room I guess you could say. It's got all the modern cons, including a safe in the corner there, plenty of hanging space, an incredible looking table just here in front of me, a fridge on the left, a TV up on the wall, and as I said, really spacious room as you can see right there. Make sure you check out my videos, it has been an incredible experience looking around the city of Berat. But this hotel, unbelievably enough, it's cost about £27 a night, including breakfast, including Wi-Fi, parking out the front, and in a brilliant location, just a couple of minutes walk to the Boulevard of Republic and all of the main attractions, the castle just right next to me as well. So I'm going to check out and get on the road. Durrës, here I come. And I've made it to Albania's second most populous city, Durrës, which is about 20 miles, 30 kilometers west of Tirana. There are, from what I understand, 2 main areas of the city. The first one is the Riviera area. That's this area that I'm in right now, this beautiful golden beach with lots and lots of hotels lining the shores. And then further up along the coast, maybe 3-4 miles, there is an older part of the city where there is an amphitheater and some other ruins that I'm going to explore in this video as well. So I'm going to take a quick walk along the beach here and then head to the old town.
You like it, motor? Where it comes from?
Video.
Where are you from?
UK. England. Yeah. That guy knows how to ride a bike. Well, it's certainly shallow, quite a long way out. It is about 70 degrees today, so definitely possible, as you can see there, to go into the sea, have a swim. It is still, the old sun is still packing quite a punch, even though there is a nice cool breeze actually at the moment, but it is by no means cold. I'll tell you that now, being from England, it is definitely not cold. And the beach just goes on and on and on. I'll bet this is packed in the summer. It is the 1st of November today, by the way. So that's why I'm so amazed that people are still swimming, sunbathing in some respects, and out on the beach here enjoying a meal, enjoying a drink. I'd love to come back here in August to see what it's really like in the peak of the summer. A lot of these buildings are hotels, but some of them as well are apartments, I'm pretty sure. I can see that by what's kind of on the balcony and some of the different designs each room on each floor has. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do now is head back to the road, walk back to the car, and then take that drive about 3 miles into the more historic centre and take a walk around there for the next few hours. It is most definitely a good start to my trip to Durrës. Made it to the historic area, just taking a walk along the waterfront. I've parked my car along the main road by the sea, hoping it was okay there. It's a bit confusing to figure out whether or not you're allowed to park, but I'm hoping you are. So I'm by the waterfront. Looks like a load of building work is being undertaken over here. This is, I thought, the central plaza area. So you can see just inside the boundary of this park area by the waterfront, by the pier, there is a load of statues. It looked like some Roman temples as well, overshadowed by these massive skyscrapers. So here in Durrës, a city of over 100,000 people, there's an amphitheater, a Venetian tower and a Byzantine Forum. The modern era meets a little bit of history here in the city. A new apartment block rises up behind the 15th century Venetian tower built by the Venetians when they were here, and it is an extension of the 5th century Byzantine Empire fortress that was built about 1,000 years before the Venetian tower. You can see the ruins of the wall there, more modern buildings creeping up behind it. Over here on the left, some kind of broken down, mostly destroyed building. It looks like it's about to fall down. And then this guy here, I just read a plaque that talks about his heroism at the beginning of the Second World War when he tried to thwart the Italian invasion of the city. It didn't last long, unfortunately, but he gave it everything he had. And you can see a picture here. The Italians landed ships about 5 hours into the attack, and lots of tanks came off those ships and ended up taking over the city in about 5 hours at the beginning of the Second World War. This is the guy here who is now, he now has his own statue because of the effort that he put in there. Okay, I'm going to take a walk, I think, past the tower, past the fortress and on towards the forum. I'm now looking down at the Byzantine Forum, sort of a central meeting place, market square that was once tiled with marble. You can see the Corinthian columns here, the incredible detail on them. This was all built between the 600s and the 800s, an incredible piece of history. And behind the Corinthian columns are the ruins of the baths that were built in this area as well. Look at these incredible Corinthian columns. More of them just across the road here. The Romans really knew what they were doing when they were building these structures. Just kidding. Heading for the amphitheater now. This direction. I have made it inside this incredible amphitheater. and it cost 200 lek to get in, which is about £1.40 in sterling, €1.60. Not bad at all for a piece of history such as this. This was built at the beginning of the 2nd century, and it had a capacity of around 18,000 to 20,000 people. Absolutely massive. The largest amphitheater, I believe, built in the Balkan Peninsula. So that just shows how massive it was, because there were a lot of amphitheaters built all over that peninsula. In around about the 7th century, historians believe that the amphitheater was no longer used for its built purpose, and part of it was converted into a chapel, a sign of the Romans becoming religious. And essentially what happened then was that the arena floor out here, if I can show you, was converted into a cemetery. So I'm now standing down on the arena floor, and I'm not sure, it's just grassland down here. I'm not sure if there is a proper arena floor underneath that hasn't been excavated yet, but it's incredible to see the ground level as such is up there where all the houses are. This has all been dug down into, excavated if you will. It was discovered in 1966, it turns out, so it just blows my mind to think this was sitting under ground level for hundreds of years and was only recently really rediscovered. The city of Durrës apparently are looking to buy out a lot of these properties, because only half the amphitheater has been excavated, and what they want to do is buy out these properties, knock them down, and then excavate the rest, because it's all still currently underneath that earth over there essentially. So I'm going to walk into one of these tunnels now, I think, and just see what's in them. It's really quiet, as it has been most of the places I've been in Albania. The only person here, I think, the only person in the amphitheater at the moment, so I've got it all to myself, which I'm certainly not going to complain about. And in here, some kind of grand entrance tunnel, and again, doesn't really go anywhere. There is, you can see my shadow here, there is just a lot of earth stacked up here, so again it does make me wonder whether or not they are going to excavate more of this. All these red bricks, you can hear water coming through. All these red bricks that line this tunnel, put into place nearly 2,000 years ago. I am in the lower gallery, which is like a passageway that goes around the circumference of the entire amphitheater. And somewhere around here there is a chapel that I was talking about a little while ago, built around about the 5th century. Here we go. So this is the Byzantine Chapel. You can see the windows and the shape of perhaps the altar there. And then around here, some mosaics. If I can slip the camera through, there we go. Now these were added shortly after the construction of the chapel. So these mosaics date back maybe 1300, 1400, 1500 years. Incredible that someone way back then was spending the time putting those onto the walls of this chapel. There is an upper floor of the chapel perhaps up there, and then this is the baptizing well, or the font. I'm not sure exactly what you call it. It is 5 PM. The call to prayer has begun.
to the Venetian Tower, and unfortunately the road trip part of my journey has nearly come to an end, because I'm going to go and pick up the car now from my parking space and then head back to the airport to drop it off before hopefully catching a bus to get to Tirana. But as I said, the road trip may be nearly to a close, but the trip isn't. I've got a few days in Tirana, so I'm going to be spending the next few days exploring there. I made it back to the airport and dropped the rental car off. That was a really easy process. Someone was waiting for me. I'm now, I've just caught up with the Lunar Express bus driver, who says he's leaving in about 15 minutes, so I've put my luggage on board. I've just popped up to this viewing platform. Here we go, spotted it, just set back from the main road, nearly missed it as I walked by, but there it is, the City Hotel. Made it to room 303, and gotta say, very impressed. This video today started with a room tour in Berat. It's gonna end with a room tour, I think, here in Tirana. As I said, the City Hotel looks really good so far. Got a fridge, TV, comfortable bed here in the corner, and perhaps more impressively, there is a balcony, and I'll show you out there in just a second, but I'm going to call it a day. I am going to be making a few videos here in Tirana over the next couple of days, including a look around the city, hopefully an alternative look around Tirana, and one that I'm looking forward to perhaps more than any other is the communism tour. I want to learn about Tirana and Albania's communist past under its leader Enver Hoxha, who ruled here from the end of the Second World War until the mid-1980s when he died. So without any further ado, here's the balcony. Incredible, £69 sterling for 3 nights. Good night from Tirana.